Turn left onto New Bridge Road. Then the destination is on your right. The destination is on your right. 4225 New Bridge Road.
We made it, guys.
We grow grapes that are well suited to our climate. If you need me to move around or anything.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
We grow 3 red grapes, Chamberson, Norton, and Cabernet Franc, and then 2 white grapes, Vidal Blanc and Traminette. So, back here, we make the wine. We make all the wine right here on site. This is our tank room. Altogether, we've got 9,000 gallons of tank storage that we can make wine in. So the wine,
Yeah.
the wine stays in the tanks here for about 6 months. As soon as we harvest grapes, we have to press them and squeeze the juice out. As soon as we have juice, we have to ferment. So as soon as the grapes are harvested, we process the grapes, we squeeze the juice, we put it in the tank, and we start fermentation. Fermentation itself is about a 1 to 3 week process, depending which kind of wine it is, how we're making it. We add yeast to it, we add nutrients for the yeast, and fermentation starts. At the end of 1 to 3 weeks, fermentation is finished. All the alcohol that the wine needs is in there at that point. The rest of the 6 months is clarifying the wine, blending, stability, filtering, blending, everything that it needs to get it ready for the bottle. Right now, we're actually right at the end of that process. We bottle in about 10 days from now. If you had time and wanted to come out, you could get some really cool video of bottling on the 26th and 27th.
Yeah.
It's a Tuesday and a Wednesday.
Yeah. So the package process will be also here, right?
Yes.
So this is the storage room for the wine.
Well,
Or-
so this is all the wine while it's in the tanks. If you come over here, this is storage once it's in the bottle, but this is only a very small amount. You can only make wine once a year. So for our more popular wines, like Joe's Cool Red, we sell somewhere around 3,000 to 4,000 gallons worth of that a year, which is 30,000 to 40,000 bottles. I don't have room to store all that.
Yeah, probably.
So we have a warehouse in Cambridge where we bottle it all here, and then we take it over there, and then we have just enough here to keep us going for a month at a time, say. We bring it over here as we need it again. So
Yeah.
bottling is a really cool process. What we'll do, we don't have any bottling equipment of our own. We bring in what's called a mobile bottling line. It's a company that all they do is bottle wine. They have all the equipment on the back of a tractor trailer. They drive around from winery to winery, so they do it right here on site for us. But it's a state-of-the-art, top-of-the-line bottling line. It will rinse the bottle, fill it, put a cork or a screw cap on top. We've gone to all screw caps now, excuse me. Put a label on both sides, and it runs at 53 bottles a minute. So when they show up here, we'll have somewhere around 35,000 bottles that need to be, or worth of wine that need to be bottled, and they can do all that in 2 days. And then they're on to another winery the next. We've got 14 acres here altogether. This block here is 14 acres, or is 6 acres, and there's another block right on the other side of the woods over there that's another 8 acres. So it takes, we've got a vineyard manager and then 2 full-time and 1 part-time person just dedicated to the vineyard year-round to keep everything going here. Because it's a lot of manual labor. Almost everything we do in here is done by hand. Well, so this is how the season will go. They're dormant right now. The buds will open up and it'll start to grow in mid-April. By the end of May, the vines will have grown from here almost all the way down to the ground. They grow really quick for that month there. Then about the end of April, it will flower. There's actually little flowers on it. They're really tiny, they're hard to see. But each flower will open up, and where each flower is, a single grapeberry will be. So the flowers are in like a bunch, just like a grape bunch would be. So they'll flower about the end of May. Then the little grape berries will form. They'll keep getting bigger through June and July. But like these are red grapes right here. Through those times, those berries will still be green. They won't change color until they get to veraison, which is usually right around the 1st of August. And that's where the grape starts to mature. It will change color from green to red if it's a red grape. If it's a green grape, it just stays that color. But it will go from being basically just acid in there to creating flavors and sugars and all the good things in there that's going to make it a tasty grape. That's the maturing process, and from that point it's got about 6 weeks until it's actually ready to harvest.
So do the green grapes harvest faster than the red, or do the red?
Not always. Vidal is usually the last one we pick, and it's a white grape. But Traminette, which is a white grape, is our earliest. It just depends on the variety. Traminette is native to Germany, so it's used to colder weather. So with the warm weather we have here, it ripens really quickly. Warmer weather grapes would ripen a little slower. So it doesn't matter as much as color as where the grape comes from and how much heat it's used to and how much heat it needs to ripen. So, yeah. All the harvesting is done by hand. That'll start, usually the Traminette is ready the last week of August, first week of September, and we'll bring crews of migrant workers out here. There's a lot of workers that harvest watermelons. There's a lot of watermelons in this county. They'll harvest those, and then after watermelons are finished, they'll come over here and help us with the grape harvest. We like to have about 10 to 12 people out here at a time. With 10 to 12 people, we can harvest 8 to 10 tons a day. Altogether, we expect to harvest about 65 tons out of our vineyards here of grapes.
So your harvest season is around, I'll say about September, October, somewhere around that.
Yep.
And then bottling season is like right after that?
No, it takes 6 months to get the wine ready. So bottling season will be in March.
Oh, so now, okay.
Right now. We bottle in 10 days.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Wine, kind of wine you serve here, and the categories of them.
Yeah, so we've got about 18, 19, I lose count. They change depending on what we have at the time. About 18 or 19 different wines. We have most kinds of wines. We've got red wines, white, dry, red, rosé, sweet wines. We don't have a real dessert wine right now, but we do have one sweet, high alcohol wine, which some people consider dessert wine, some people just consider drinking wine,
Yeah.
depending on what they like.
Yeah, and is there any seasonal wine that?
We have, besides our two fruit wines, and they're somewhat seasonal, strawberry and watermelon. We also do a spiced apple wine that's really a fall wine. That's our big ones. We also do, and it kind of falls into the seasonal category, we do some wines on tap. We don't bottle them at all, we just put them in kegs. And so they change quite a bit. Like we have sangrias, blackberry wines, peach wines. Right now we have kind of an Arnold Palmer. We have a lemonade wine,
Yeah.
and then we added some iced tea to it, so it's a lemonade iced tea wine.
Oh, that's interesting.
We like to try different things. Most of our wines have a reason behind the name. Joe is my father. If that's too sweet for you, we have a wide range. This is actually one of our sweeter ones, but it's what appeals to most people.
It's too sweet.
Okay.
I mean, I like the sweetness of it because it's for me. I'm used to drinking Moscato, so Moscato.
Yes.
This is like I can drink this and be happy.
We have a Joe's Cool White also that's very similar to the Moscato.
So which grape is this one?
This one is Congo.